me. Come on strong, go on and love me. Let's not waste that big old moon. Wake up and smell the perfume. Just say if you want to be more than friends. Got some love out loud.
So now, what do you have? Because I know your community is probably a little broader. What are you planning, or do you have anything planned to do with that? Did you see any more potential in that in terms of what you're doing now than anything else?
Well, it really, for me, it just goes back to simplicity and easiness on myself. I don't think I even have 100 subscribers on YouTube yet. So I can use the Google Hangout, on air, the live on air, easier than I could to build up 100 subscribers and not really use YouTube all that much. I'm not really a video guy. As you know, I'm more of the writer type. But for me, the ease of it is the Google Hangouts. So, if I did have the 100 subscribers, I don't know what in the world I'd use it for, to tell you the truth. You can watch me walk to the living room.
Said that there was some stuff that yeah, here I am on the way to the dinner table. Okay, Deborah, you said there was some stuff that it tied together on, or there was some integrations or something like that?
Yeah, where you could have like real-time green screen for the higher priced item. The free one doesn't do that, but you can have multi-cam. You can put real-time as far as that you can do the green screen behind, and you can actually insert that instead of doing the green screen and then doing it post-production. So there's all kinds of, and I should have looked up the prices. It's like $300 then $500. A lot of cool stuff as far as studio. And the differences between that and like say Camtasia is you've got it on the real-time broadcast level to do that. I find it extremely exciting for like web show. The true web shows, not just using Google Hangouts for web shows, but the true web shows. And the Google Hangout becomes like one of the products of the overall YouTube umbrella of live streaming.
Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh.
I can totally see the benefits of doing video marketing. It's just not, that's just not what I do.
I think the challenge, and this is because I'm going around, Charles knows it, I'm like going around tooting the horn anywhere I can. The people that probably, there's like different levels of people. There's some of us that don't have real deep pockets to be able to add that to our plate, as far as production. And not that, and this is the thing, is it doesn't cost that much. I don't know if people realize that as far as the smaller companies. So those of us that don't have deep pockets. Then there's those that have, CBS, who have really, really deep pockets that are already doing it, and why do they need Google? Because they got their own studios. And then there's that middle level, and I said it the other day, is for instance, internet marketing ninjas. And I don't think some of these companies realize that they could be on the cutting edge and really make a difference on video if they just put a few dollars and hire someone like me and my husband, we know what we're doing, hint, hint, shameless plug, to really put it on the map for them. It's their brand and they're putting it out there, but I don't think the people that really could benefit from this are realizing it, because some of the rest of us, it might not benefit us the same if we have a single blog, we hardly do video, we might not see the value. But these bigger brands, these kind of mid-level brands, if you will,
they have
really
to have
make a
something
difference.
like that.
Yeah, but I don't find that they're seeing it. Well, that's a generalized statement, but
well, maybe how would you approach someone like that? Hey, your video quality is not that great, and I can help you do it better with the YouTube. Is that the way you do it?
You suck. Hire me. I think I would show people the before and after, and I've done that with some of ours as far as the raw footage versus what we produce. And there's a balance on that one too. Was it Da Vinci that said art is not finished, it's abandoned? I hope that was Da Vinci that said that, which is true. At some point you have to say the music is done, The art is done. I am going to package this up and put it out there. Otherwise, we're waiting until I die before someone sees it. So there's always different levels on that and how much work. But if you can show one of these companies a before and after and say, guys, come on, with some proper lighting, some proper production, running the sound through a sound studio to add that nice warm sound to it, makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that the days are gone? You know, when we first probably back in 2009 and 2010, I mean, people would say, right? Well, you know, you just got to get out there and you got to do it. Just slap a video up there. And I think that was probably true then, right? And we all said it. Well, we may have all said it, but everybody sort of kind of heard that vibe and believed it. Well, you just got to do something. You got to put something out there. But I think a lot of this new stuff that I think at least Google is doing, it appears to me that it's no longer gonna profit you if you're just gonna live that way. I'm just gonna slap something up there, because now somebody can spend a few dollars, right, Deborah? They can spend a few dollars and have something that looks pretty darn decent on a PC or on a mobile device.
Well, look at this. I get a lot of comments as far as backdrop. Go to eBay. It really isn't as expensive as you may think.
Yeah, as we see my background and all my books back there.
Yours isn't that expensive either. No.
I really am going to do something about my background, but yeah, I think a lot of this. I mean, I think it really just does come back to what we were talking about, which was everybody can get in, right? And it doesn't take as much, I think, as as people might think. I guess what I'm wondering is, what's the, of course it's going to keep things are going to keep changing. At what point do you think there's going to be a settling point? Because now everybody's saying, even if you don't want to do video, you got to at least add a video portion of what you're doing. And now that's going to put everybody into this, right? Everybody's going to have to get in on video to some degree. You have any prognostication, Deborah, about what's next? Or
I think the cool
anything?
kids are doing video. When you were saying that, can I make it through a whole show without mentioning Eileen? I actually emailed her and said, honey, I mentioned you in so many videos, but she had mentioned at one point, I think I said this in a Marketing Momentum episode, as far as adding the thumbnail. And I was thinking, wow, I'm doing 15 steps. I'm doing so much. I don't want to bother with thumbnail. And it's like, no, I really need to do the thumbnail. And it's amazing, just one extra step, and I add a different thumbnail for the different shows. So I've been doing that for a while, and it just adds that extra level of professionalism. So the step between like doing video and not doing video, and doing video correctly or professionally, and doing it, just slapping it up there, like you said, is really not that much difference. If people can just do that 1 to maybe 10% extra, they can take it to the next level and be memorable to their customers.
Yeah. Wow. So Wade, now are you kind of I'm really intrigued by the whole your with the make money because that means, I mean, people sort of know like what your blog's going to be about. They sort of know what they're gonna be talking about, and you've got people that kind of come to you, kind of focus on this stuff. What are you seeing, or what are you hearing from them, about video and about all this other stuff? I know you're more of a writer than anything else, but are people talking about video, or what are people saying, who come, on your site?
Well, I mean, it's no secret that pictures and images, videos, they sell, and anything that can gain the attention of the reader and hold that attention is going to, benefit you in the long run. I think people know that video is good, but just like we were discussing, I also think that they know in the back of their minds that it needs to be. But here is my excuse, and I call it excuse because that's exactly what it is. I could probably do it if I applied myself. I'm just so busy with the blog. But here's my excuse. I could make a good video great, and spend that extra 10 or 20 minutes that it would take to, like Deborah said, create the thumbnail or just make those added measures to make it better, because it's no secret that video works. And like you was mentioning Vine, that 7 seconds, 7-second videos, and I've been researching psychological social media, and it's a fact that when people get on social media sites, that you have less than 8 seconds to get their attention, or they're going to move on to somewhere else. So what you can do in that a video is definitely going to help you grab their attention quicker, unless you have, I'm very lucky. I have a very large faithful following that reads my blog, so they will actually come, just read my whole post. But when I put a video on there, it's just, like the nail in the coffin for me. It's just a stronger sale. It just makes the whole post just come around and wraps it all up great. But I think people know that video can help them and will help them. But like me, I don't know if people have the time or fortitude to apply themselves.
No,
Sometimes it's just jumping in. I mean, even on Vine, it took, I think I only have one video there, but it took having a Twitter chat about Vine to get me to just go try it. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, it's not that bad. Yeah,
no, I think that, it's not hard to create the video, but I know that I lack in a lot of areas as far as, lighting and this and that, things that people don't see that make a good video great. And I think that's why, I do have some videos. Talked with a professional email marketer, and I had to get him on video. Just things of that nature where I would, do like a tutorial. But as far as professional, I mean, I wouldn't go all out and call my videos on YouTube professional by any means. It's just more or less like what Charles says: throw something up there so people can see the content.
But you look good, Wade. I mean, right there, I can see your face. You're not all shadowed. I can hear you. I think maybe the definition of professional can vary.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it is. I keep myself to a high standard, though, and since I'm the sole writer of my blog, I'm committed to 3 posts a week. That takes time and research, as you already know, and then I've got my social media obligations, and that takes up even more time. And it's very hard for me to squeeze in anything extra. You know what I mean? I am on YouTube. I do have a couple of videos on there because I do know the importance of it. But as far as, I'll be the first to say I'm at fault when it comes to doing videos the right way.
But it sounds like, though, to me, and I'm kind of coming to, some of these conclusions too, that the product for you, I mean, it's not a product, but the product for you is basically the stuff you write, right? So the reason I would come to Wade or the Make Money blog is so I could read something, because that's really why I hooked up. If I'm a follower, that's why I've hooked up with you. So it's almost as if, you sort of find out what it is that you're producing that people are coming for, and I guess maybe video is the way you promote it. Maybe video is the way you kind of draw people to it. Maybe for me, I should not necessarily be looking to do video to recreate what I'm doing, right, on the radio, but I need to be doing videos so that it gives people just enough curiosity, right, so that they want to come and listen to the radio show. And I guess for Deborah, it would be more so to do the video because your product is video, you almost have to be doing video to promote the video, so to speak. And again, all that could just be theory. That's just what I'm thinking here off the top of my head.
Well, I have the blog for the readership, of course. I mean, it's not that it makes a ton of money. I'm doing the blog. I've got 12,000 followers that have actually subscribed to the blog portion to get notified. And I mean, that's not a lot. I mean, that's not like Pat Flynn or any of these other guys have been doing it for a while, but that's to those 12,000 people.
That's significant.
Yeah, but to those people, I'm an authority on these subjects, and that's what I want. I write the blog not to, I mean, this sounds wrong, but when I first started blogging, I wanted to write the blog to make money. I wanted to take that reader and I wanted to turn it into a sale and let them go on their way. But what I didn't realize until 2 months after I started was, hey, that reader could come back and buy from me again if I redid the way I wrote my products, or I redid the way I wrote my reviews on something. You can go to my site and you'll see plenty of products that I have written about, not all that I will support or endorse, but they all have my affiliate link in them. And I can say, don't do this product, or I love this one. And as of now, I can write about something, and and if I really like it, most of the time I'll get a couple sales off of it. I just want to do it for the authority. Now, video could definitely help that cause, and I know that it could. But you know what I mean. It's just doing it.
But maybe another way of looking at this, kind of out of the box, is collaboration. For example, I've offered for people, for my blog guest, and we were doing a contest for testimonials. I said, hey, and it's funny because nobody actually took me up on it, but I meant it sincerely. I am really weird in that I love, Charles knows this, I love to actually produce videos. That is relaxing to me, to sit and edit videos. I don't know why. I know it's geeky. People don't like doing it, but I love doing it. So why not collaborate with somebody else? For example, maybe somebody writes copy for my site, a couple paragraphs, and then you come on a hangout and you give, like, let's say you want to do testimonial for someone and there's some exchange or barter that you're doing. Come on a hangout, give the testimonial. I'll take the video. I'll give it back to you. All packaged. You hand it over to the person that you're giving the testimonial. So, I mean, we all work together, because rather than saying, oh, I hate to do this, I just don't want to do it, I can't do this, let's find somebody that is weird enough to love what you hate.
Yeah, well, see, that's my problem. It's not that I hate it. It's just I don't have time for it. I take very seriously my content, and what I write to these readers, I take that very seriously, and everything is researched and developed, and I make sure of my references and things like that, because what I write on there, I want to make sure that this person can say, yes, I got great information from this site. I can trust this guy. I'll be back. And that's, that takes a lot of time.
Maybe hate's a strong word, but it's like we always seem to make time for the things we really love to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's other things that we may not hate, but they don't get onto our list for the day.
Yeah. Well, I could definitely use some collaboration from somebody, that's for sure. Because I'm getting the YouTube subscribers. I'm not getting a ton, but I am getting a handful a week, and I'm not doing anything. It's just, they're just, my videos are just sitting there. I might have 7 or 10 videos, but I'm not really promoting it or anything.
They're just finding you in what do you call it, Charles? A YouTube hole.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a Vine hole now,
That's what, 300 videos? 300 videos, Charles. I did the math.
I don't.
Yeah, that's right. Wow. Look at what you could have been doing.
It happened like that. I know, right? Yeah. Be careful.
I'm like, where's that link? Now I'm curious, spending 35 minutes watching Vine videos.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't.
There's one, I wrote about an examiner, like, hi, my name is Nicholas. I'm sorry, Nicholas, whatever your last name is and whatever username, I don't remember, but I loved your video. Hi, my name is Nicholas, and something about gummy worms or whatever, and this is ridiculous. And I'm like, I kept logging into Vine. That was right on my phone. And I'm like, man, this is dumb. But it's like, oh, but it's catchy. So it's like now I'm still hearing these gummy worms coming out. And it's like, wow, it's talent.
But that right there is what you want. You want to have something like that will stick in a reader's mind, that content that you create and produce, whether it be video or whether it be writing or whether it be on the radio for you, Charles. You want people to remember that. That's branding.
And Wade, you're absolutely right. That I think now, Nicholas, whoever he is, and Nicholas, if you see this, come find me. Nicholas is an expert on Vine videos because of that one that stuck in my head.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, that's exactly what, I strive to do that every day.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, and that's probably why people come back, right? I mean, how many blogs are there, in the world on, making money, and you have 12,000 people who, are saying, well, yeah, I want to hear what you have to say the next time, and I think that's, I mean, I think ultimately, I've said this, search engine traffic, I just think in the long run, we're not going to be able to rely on it. And so at some point, we've all got to be able to create this destination, right? Hey, that's Wade Harmon. I'm going there because it's Wade Harmon. I'm not going there because I tripped over an article I found in the search engines. I just heard about Wade, or I like Wade, so I'm going to go there and I'm going to keep going, just like you would your own TV, your favorite TV show or whatever it is else that you write or whatever radio station you go to. I mean, you hit it. You talked about branding. Whatever the word is, it's got to be something that makes my place or your place a destination.
That's right. It's all about the following. And I don't do any SEO. I don't build any links. I don't try to get on the first page of Google. I don't tell people to. But it's in the following and the people that trust you. If you can get somebody to trust you, then that person will come back.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know what time it is, but I mean that would be an interesting topic for another time. I mean, I think what you just said, honestly, is golden. I mean, because that's not the way, you read the guides, right, and how to build a blog.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's not.
That's not what people say. They say, you gotta get this kind of link, you gotta get some edu links, you gotta get some GOV links and some reciprocal. I mean, I don't even know what all that stuff means, right? So, but you're saying it's like, I mean, totally counter culture. You're saying like, I'm not doing that stuff, but yet, I mean, you've got these people that found you and followed you. That would be a great thing to talk about. That process, which is how do you develop, this following of people with a couple of zeros behind it, but yet not do all of that other stuff.
Yeah, it's all about trust. You've got to have that trust. And I mean, the kind of trust that somebody would come to your site and just say, hey, he likes this product. He says it's good. I see his stats. I'm going to get this. I'm going to try it. And not even question you. The kind of undenying trust. Just for sake of reference, when Peter stepped out of the boat, that type of trust. And that's
until he looked down. No.
Exactly. I mean, he looked away from the person he was trusting, and and that's what you want to build, and you build that with consistency in saying the right things, consistency in doing the right things, and being friendly.
I like that, being friendly. I like that.
That's it. You got to be friendly. You can't be like most of these big time guys. I could name 1,000 people that wouldn't talk to me when I first started, and now those people are wanting to be my friend. Oh
my goodness. And they're done. Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's real. I mean, that in and of itself is I'm reading this book called Mastery by this guy named Robert Greene, and he's saying that you have to be, and it's interesting because you said, okay, well, the blog itself isn't necessarily making you rich right now, right? But I mean, this is a work in progress, and so you're sort of, this is where you're focused, and the book Mastery talks about the fact, and I've said this on Marketing Momentum, Deborah, that to master anything, you almost have to take it like, I'm an apprentice to this, right? I'm an apprentice to this, and the old style apprenticeship would take 7 years before you could even be considered to be competent, let alone to have mastered something. And until you spent that 10,000 hours focused on every aspect of that one thing, until you know the insides and outsides, right? You shouldn't even expect to be, you shouldn't expect to have this big explosion. It's kind of like and so you're kind of building this blog in that way that, God, I hope it doesn't take you 7 years, but the point of it is that somebody that comes behind you now and picks this thing up, right? Nobody should be surprised if at some point, you show up on an Entrepreneur magazine, or you show up on, on one of these entrepreneur shows because of what you're putting into the one product. And I think that, to me, more than anything else, when I talk to my friends, it's like none of us really, the folks who make it, they stick to something, and they stick to something when it's hard, and they keep working at it even when it's not giving them $1 billion.
Yeah, well, like I said, slow and steady wins the race with blogging, and I guess when I first started, I wanted to make money so bad. I could taste it, and I put all kinds of money into these scam products, and you've been to those squeeze pages that tell you, oh, you can make $4,500 this month and blah blah blah. I would buy into that. Yeah, and I would buy into that. I would believe that person. I would trust that person and give that person my money, and then find out that I had to be on the first page of Google, or I had to have a large following. And so I decided that last dime I spent $47 on a scam right before I started my blog. And right then I told myself, if I can figure out how to do this, I'm not going to do people that way. I'm going to tell them how it is. I'm going to tell them the truth because I wanted the truth. I wanted to learn the truth because I sincerely wanted to learn how to make money online. And hey, if it's going to take me 3 months, tell me it's going to take me 3 months. I'll still buy it. But if you tell me the truth, but if you lie to me and take my money, I'm never going to be back again. And one of these days, I'm going to be a huge blogger. I'm going to talk about you, and you're going to ruin your business, And so, I mean, we've all been took on that level, I'm sure. But I learned that it's all about trust from the very beginning, and I have an experience with that. And so, with people that come to my site, yes, you can spend your money, and I appreciate it, but it's not a push down your throat. Hey, you can make money tonight with this product. It's the truth, and that's what I go on.
I like that. That's good.
Oh, that's right on.
Hey friends, we hit the 30 mark.
Yeah. Oh, that's an hour already.
This has been fun. My tummy's growling, so not that food takes precedence over you guys. It's still young over here on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's right.
It's bedtime for you guys, isn't it?
Almost.
Right. Yeah.
Another 5 or 6 hours.
But I've enjoyed this.
Me too.
Yeah, right on. Right on.
Okay. This is Wade Harmon with Deborah Anderson and Charles Terrence Harper. Thank you for listening and viewing us, and we'll see you next time.
Yay! I love it.
Don't you wanna kiss and hug me? Come on strong, go on and love me. Let's not waste that big old moon. Wake up and smell the perfume. Just say if you wanna be more than friends. Got some love I'd like to make. Baby, you can squeeze me, I won't break. We could be in a paradise, you and me.